Hey there, Twisters. We've got Game 5 tonight of the Western Conference Final, and Cortana can hardly contain her excitement, apparently. I forgot to feed her before the stream, but tonight we got the Dallas Stars, Edmonton Oilers, series tied at 2. Oilers taking Game 4 at home, which is huge for them, especially with how much momentum they were able to generate as that game progressed. And we'll see if Dallas can answer back at home. So welcome. We're going to be hanging out here for the whole game. And hopefully you're able to make that. If not, if you're just popping in to say hi, that's totally fine as well. And as always, no matter who you're cheering for, we want to have you here. So say hello. Let us know what your score prediction is for tonight. And hopefully we have a rockin' time here on our live stream. And of course, in the Eastern Conference, we've got what's been just a nail biter between the Panthers and the Rangers, with the Panthers taking Game 5 last night. Very, very cool. Cool. Yeah, man. I mean, that series has been so damn close. Hey, what's up, Dean? Hey, Raj, how you doing, man? Thanks for jumping in here. What's up, Aaron? Ron, how you doing, man? But yeah, the Panthers getting that go-ahead goal in the third period, and then the empty netter giving them some insurance there as the Rangers added one toward the very end. But yeah, tonight, I haven't checked yet, guys. Is Chris Tanev back in the lineup? I heard that it was an optimistic outlook going into today, actually. Chris Tanev, though, he's on the ice for pregame warmups. So, yeah, he's dressed, and that's fantastic if you're a Dallas Stars fan or if you want them to win the series. What's up, Ethan? How you doing, man? Anime Nerd, hey, welcome back. Florida looking good, yeah. I mean, I don't think that it's hard to summarize it more succinctly than this. They're just a playoff built team, you know? Yeah, so looking like Tanev is back in the lineup. And yeah, because Dallas, otherwise, I don't know who you check into the lineup there. Hi, Cortana. We got Cortana hanging out with us, of course. And we've got lots of goal treats for her. Come on over, kiddo. Come here. Here. And we actually have a new bed for her, in case that looked foreign to you. Here, can you go lie down? It's a very poofy bed, though, so it's going to be interesting. I literally had to elevate this laptop that we're using as the Cortana cam. But yeah, let me know predictions for tonight, everybody. I have to pick the Stars, though. Florida powerhouse, you would like to see them against the Oilers. It's kind of weird. Like, I would rather see Florida versus Dallas, or if Edmonton plays, I'd rather see them against the Rangers. Poofy dog bet, exactly. Yeah, because she's been so good with all these live streams, you know, so she's earned it. Dallas 4-3. You know, Edmonton, they were not giving up much in the way of chances in that last game. So I don't even know if Dallas can put 4 on the board, or maybe they do, and it's just that you get like an empty netter in there. Edmonton by 2 tonight. All right, so you think they're going to keep things going, huh? But yeah, I'm gonna side here with Dean and Ben here. I would say probably I had the Stars winning this series in 6. I still think they can do it, but hopefully Tanev, he's not going to be 100% right, but hopefully he's able to still be somewhat effective for them. Derek, hey, thanks for jumping in here. And happy Friday/weekend to you all out there. Although for some, it might not necessarily be your weekend technically. Alrighty, I'm thinking. Wait, have we gone to overtime in this series just yet? I think we did, right? We've gone to overtime just once. Because I'm thinking that we might get another OT game today. I think Dallas will escape. It'll be a 3-2 game in overtime. And then they'll win on the road in Game 6. That's my prediction. 7-6. Okay. Wow, that's bold, Humraj. Skinner has done a tremendous job in net. Well, in the last game, yeah. I mean, he didn't have to be too busy, but he showed up and made some key saves, right? Game 1 was double overtime. That's right. Egginator, yeah. If a reverse retro, if the Texans or Titans would use the Oilers colors. Yeah, they did. They have worn the Oilers before, right? They're going to wear them next year. And those unis look incredible. Ethan, thanks, man. Gifting a membership. Here you go, Cortana from Ethan. There you go. Actually, here let's get the Cortana camera a little bit closer, right, guys? Come on, twist a little closer. There we go. You got to maximize the poof. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Dallas wins by Nugent Hopkins. Okay. That's I don't know if that's a hot take, but that's definitely a take. Pantera to be played a lot tonight. They better come out with some anger there. And I'm still waiting for like a big Joe Pavelski game. I know that he does more than just score goals, but in the playoffs, Joe Pavelski has scored many, many, many goals. The Ottinger stick save, yeah, that's right. What game was that? Was that game 2? All right, I gotta make sure I have the game on here on my monitor. Last game. Oh, huh. I didn't watch that much of the last game. It was 2-0, and I was like, well, this game's over. And then the Oilers just all of a sudden they a different save that he made. Rangers win the the Texas Rangers win the World Series. Mavericks in the finals. Stars in the Western Conference final. And then there's the Cowboys, right? Regular season champions, maybe. And tonight, of course, on the call, we've got Kenny Albert. And yeah, Tanev is on the bench. The stick made the save with Ottinger holding it. Cheering for Dallas, obviously. I mean, you could easily not be a Stars fan and cheer for Dallas if you, for example, were a fan of like Matt Duchene's or, of course, Pavelski's or Ryan Suter or, they're actually Duchesne and Suter play for Nashville. But yeah, there are definitely a lot of Grizzled veterans on that team without Stanley Cup. All right, so we'll get to the anthems in just a moment here. All right, 3-2 overtime. Let's see. Our first goal. First goal is going to be from Edmonton. Let's say first goal. First goal. Let's go Nugent Hopkins. Winning goal. Stankoven. Stanley Cup ring with Cortana on it. Cortana likes the sound of that, don't you? Except, well, you would need a Stanley Cup, a collar, like a rhinestone encrusted collar. I love how you can't see all of Cortana, but you can see her little head popping up. Jumps out to a 2-goal lead. Will lose. Yeah, the way that this series has gone, it's quite possible. 3-2 Heiskanen. Actually, Heiskanen's got what? He's got like 5 goals in the playoffs, right? He's looked pretty good. Heiskanen in the playoffs has 6 goals and 10 assists. And he plays with Thomas Harley. So there you go. So American anthem. Johnston will get 2 tonight. 4-2, says Brendan, Edmonton. That was basically the score of the previous game before the empty netter, right? Sure, Brendan. I hadn't done it in a little while, so I figured I would. All right, anthems wrap up. Series tied at 2. Let's see. Anything else interesting happening around the NHL? Well, since the last time I talked to you guys, of course, right? We had like Dan Bylsma named as the head coach of the Seattle Kraken after spending time in the AHL with their affiliate, the Firebirds. Yeah, what's up, Mister Jake? Big Willie Stout going to be playing next season with the big boys. Yeah, it looks like it. The only thing now is what's going to happen with Celebrini. But yeah, Jake, doing fine, man. Although my furnace, something's up with my furnace. It's not running, so I don't have to go catch up to it. But yeah, it's not that hot in here. It's just a little bit warmer than I'm used to in here. Keep with the Devils. Yeah, that's right. Oh, geez, probably around the same time as the last time we were live. All right, go. And we get a puck into the bench just 6 seconds in. Yeah, Darby Henriksen. That's crazy. Yeah, I didn't know he had been with the as an assistant coach for that long. McDavid 7.9. I might have to name my firstborn kid after you. McDavid has 7 points. I hate the Panthers more because of Sam Bennett. Yeah, Sam Bennett has. You might have watched Shannon's video today about playoff villains, but he's been toward the top of that list. I know, like Nick Cousins was up there last year, and Kachuk, of course, as always. Oh, nice block pass there from Lindell. Stars are a little bit hemmed in their zone. And the story of the last game, I'd say. All right. Getting into the zone, there's Ekholm. And now Heiskanen, a backhander up the wall. And it's cleared down. And the Stars will change up. Now, McLeod just sending this behind his own net. I don't know what that is, Cheshire Cat, but just be safe out there in the wild world of social media. All right. Here comes Tanev into the zone. He'll shoot it and blocker to side by Skinner. Kulak. And Tanev able to slap that in from the point. Ooh. Down goes Kulak in the corner. All right. Nice play there by Perry in the corner. Kane trying to send this to the point. Shot and blocked off of, Lindell. And now Heiskanen is skating this out. 6 goals and 10 assists for Miro Heiskanen. And a shot. And Skinner again with the blocker. Off the rebound, Pavelski off the side of the cage. And now a nice strip there by Duchesne working against, almost had Marchment there in front of the net. And here's Duchesne again around the net. And what's going on here? Is that a puck out of play? The Bylsma hire. The Kraken have a good development system. Kansas City. Oh, yeah, Kansas City. Did Kansas City have a pretty good year? They got to the conference final, right? They could have both of their minor league teams in the finals. Wow. How you doing, Adam? What's your prediction for tonight? And here's Suter. A shot from the point. And off the backboards, pinching down. And here's Nurse, who I don't know if anybody saw his interview after game 3. At least he was able to rebound a little bit in game 4. I know that he had that goal that went off of him. That was a tough break. 3-2 Oilers. All right. Grab a cold one. I should do that, but I don't know. I want to be a little bit more responsible. I've been kind of a goof recently. Not bad, but I need to hydrate more. I have too much caffeine. Dodonov is a former Panther. Yeah. So that's kind of a big reason why I started liking the Panthers. He was the one who I thought was, he stood out to me probably the most, actually. Oh, nice block pass there by Bouchard. As they had Stankoven open in the slot. And the Edmonton defense looking pretty alert so far. Ethan, what's going on, man? A slice of red velvet cake. I can't remember the last time I had a slice of red velvet. I don't even know if I've technically ever had a slice of red velvet cake. And I remember my cakes as somebody who knows how to bake. Cake and bake, baby. All right. Now speed, McDavid. And a shot turned aside by the pad of Ottinger. Cycle behind the net for Nuge. Yeah, Tanev, there he is. Looks engaged. Starts trying to bump this out, and we get a puck out of play that will stay in the Dallas zone. What's up, Pro Bolt? The Stars will take game 5 and 6. Yeah, that's kind of what my prediction is, even though the Oilers looked really good in game 4. I said Stars and 6, so I have to stay with it. Right now in the Kelly Cup, it's Florida versus Casey. Yeah, Florida, man. Aren't they going for like their 3rd championship in a row? Now, Jake, that sounds good, man. All right, off the face-off, a shot from the point that gets blocked by Harley. And now Tanev trying to strip it from Derek Ryan. Chipped out of the zone by Robertson. Oh, Hintz is back out there. Did Hintz play in the last game? Maybe drop me a hint in the chat. But yeah, it's good to see Hintz back out there. I haven't watched, as you might be able to tell, I have not watched the conference finals as much as I did like round 2, for example. I've had some other commitments. For example, I was volunteering at a hockey tournament a week ago. Oh, my bad. Yeah. So Hintz checked back in game 3. Okay. Oh yeah, he only got a couple of assists. Got it. Thanks, guys. Money kicked your butt. You did a 10K Memorial Day race. Yeah, you run that. I take it. All right. Now Draisaitl looking to pass it back to somebody, and the loose puck is collected by Duchesne. Nice back check from McLeod. Regaining the zone here is Duchesne. He's got Marchment. Little spinorama in the corner. Reverse hit there with Bouchard. Now slapped in by Heiskanen, and looked like Marchment tried to get a tip on that. Pavelski. And now Heiskanen at the point, leaving it off. A one-timer, and some traffic in front there. But good read from Bouchard as he's able to steer that out of his zone. Bloomington Bison. Yeah, that's right. Bloomington Bison. I like the head of the bison, but the with the twig, it looks really disproportionate. Oh, really? Oh, wow. That's a hell of a distance, man. Good for you. The only team I think that could stand a chance against them is Dallas. Yeah, I would. That would be an interesting matchup between Florida and Edmonton, though. Slightly different, like stylistically, 2 different teams. But I just would be more entertained, I think, with Dallas against the Panthers. How you doing, Danelle? Good evening. And big hit there on Steele. Who threw that one? Was that Hyman? I think it was. Yeah. It's about hockey. I like your. That looks like what, the WHA logo? That's cool. It's about hockey. Oops. Down to 1340 in this period. The Oilers have 4 shots compared to 2 for the Stars. And now stripped of the puck there was Janmark. Stankoven trying to get this out of the zone. And a backhander that goes just wide and around the net. A shot from Kulak, and into the pads of Ottinger goes. We get a whistle. Picking my favorite Adidas jerseys before they go to stinking fanatics. Yeah. Yeah, if you guys haven't watched it, I just made a video, I think, 3 days ago, where I selected my favorite Adidas jersey for every team for the last, 7 years. Oh, thank you, Cheshire Cat. I appreciate that, man. And we get to the first commercial break. And for just jumping in here, Coach, I have a new bed. That's why it looks a little bit different than usual. But it arrived in a big box, and so it's kind of uneven. Let's see your high. Yeah, Devils hired Sheldon Keefe. Yeah, see how he does outside of Toronto, right? Like, I figured that he should have been probably fired, but I was saying that that doesn't make enough progress for them as a franchise. I don't think. Uh, yeah, I would imagine, Ethan, that would tire me out probably after about, I don't know, a quarter mile. Yeah, some crazy forearms to do that kind of thing, right? Uh, hmm. So yeah, we're just in a commercial break, and my Sharks are still looking for their head coach. A couple names to look out for: former Sharks player and head coach of the Ontario Reign, Marco Sturm. He's one of the names kind of in the running as we get down the stretch here. Ryan Warsofsky, who has been an assistant the past 2 years with the Sharks, but at other levels of competition, he's been a fantastic guy behind the bench. And so I think the Sharks could definitely give him an opportunity, even though, they still have a couple of lean years ahead. Could be the toughest team they play outside. Yeah, I mean, this for the Rangers to play be Panthers like this, Danelle, I'd say that this is kind of their Stanley Cup. Here, boo boo, can you come over here? Yeah, that's a good girl. All right. Here's Tanev behind his net, over to his partner, and shipped out. Is a good hire by the Devils. Overall, I think it's a decent hire. Keefe, he's still fairly young in his career. I think that he could make some progress with, they do have some veterans over there in New Jersey, but they do have some younger talents as well. So I think that for the Devils to kind of reset with him, I think that that could be a good thing. AHL, but another Firebirds Bears final like last year? Oh, I thought we were already. I didn't even. I haven't really been following, but I thought that we were already in the final, right? Isn't it Bears versus Monsters, or is that just the conference final? That's how much I know about AHL. Unfortunately, conference finals have been exciting. Yeah, here's a shot from the top of the circle. Robertson and blocked in front. Broberg, and now Connor Brown trying to chip it in deep, coming in with some speed. Oh wait, shit! I didn't say that. It was middle of the period. There we go. Oh my God! Hintz couldn't settle that. He'll hand it to Lindell. Pat save a shot, and did that hit the post? I think that just went off somebody in front. But grade A chance there for the Stars. Highlanders will not go anywhere if Lamoriello steps down. You said. I think that that's a franchise that needs a reset. Or they need a bit of a rebuild. I think, but here's Perry in transition. Hands it to the trailer. The shot and nice block there. I thought Harley got a piece of that. A chance from the point and another block in front. Another chance there and a pad save from Ottinger off of Draisaitl. But off a turnover, he's able to feed it back to the point for Bouchard. A shot and ramping off the stick of Harley and out of play. Is that a Star shirt that I have? Close. I'm rocking my 47 brand North Star shirt today. It's just a little too warm in here for a jersey, so I decided to just wear this. I also need a massive rebuild. The one thing though with the Metropolitan Division is that I don't know if we can expect the Devils to be quite where they were like last season, but I mean, other than the Rangers and the Hurricanes, they could. Some people think they might take a step back next year. I think that's a fair assessment. The Metro is getting pretty weak, so who knows? A team like the Islanders might just be a piece away from being a surprise team. Afton, what's going on, man? All right, behind the net, McDavid trying to feed Nugent Hopkins. Stankoven not quite able to get this clear. And now a backhander that goes all the way down and off the glove of an Edmonton defender. Johnson's going to get this in deep. Ooh, and he almost stripped somebody on defense there for Edmonton. I think that was Ekholm. No icing as it's sent down all the way behind the Stars net. Key press numbers and a nameplate. I don't know how many I have that are customized, but like I got a bunch. I mean, all the ones behind me are Adidas for the previous video. But yeah, we got we got my Kraken Grubauer. That was hand stitched. The Coyotes one was hand stitched. This was what back when I was doing my Google work, so I could actually afford these. That the Winter Classic one, you can't really see it there. Oh, Marchment gets denied by Skinner. Well, anyway, some of them are those vinyl stock customizations, but I'd say that more of them are actually either hand sewn or heat pressed. Flyers have some good pieces. Yeah, I mean, exactly. I had no idea. And now some people think that their goaltending tandem could be particularly scary with what's his name? Ivan, is it Prospatov or am I thinking of a different guy? Well, anyway, here is Bouchard behind his net. Good pressure there from the Stars forecheck. And now up ice. Oilers gaining the Dallas zone. Here's Hyman. Nice play there from Harley to shove him into the corner. And now Harley. This ends up in the neutral zone, gathered by McDavid. Sent into the Dallas zone, but looks like Edmonton's going to change up here as skating ahead is Petrovic. Petrovic, excuse me. That's what we call him. They should trade him to Colorado. McDavid's got, I think, 2 years left on his deal. Draisaitl, though, of course, free agent at the end of next year. That will be interesting. There have been some murmurs from the media that Draisaitl could actually, especially if the Sharks were to hire Marco Sturm as their head coach, that they might go after Draisaitl or trade for him. Fedotov, is that his name? Is Prospatov is he with the Avalanche? I apologize if I don't know, but anyway, we'll go to another commercial break. Yeah, Prospatov is Avalanche. My bad. Fedotov. Yeah, isn't he like basically Matt Rempe on skates almost? Just received 3 jerseys. The numbers were heat pressed. Was not a customization, player specific. Didn't have the Adidas button of authenticity. Well, the Adidas button was only on the first year, the first run of those jerseys in the 17-18 season. Draisaitl could go to Boston. Yep. Boy, they could use him. Dallas are the favorite now. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens tomorrow, but because they could always change those up. But I don't trust the odds makers. I just straight up don't. Both teams from Dallas made the finals. Yeah, I mean, I had the Stars making the final, but then again, people probably didn't think the Mavericks would make the NBA finals. But of course, then again, if you're a Minnesota sports fan, you can't have nice things if you cheer for a men's professional team in Minnesota. Dano, how we doing? If the Sharks get Draisaitl, the timeline shortens. The weird thing, though, is that They would have to do something like put Will Smith on the wing, unless Draisaitl wanted to play wing with a really young center, but I don't know if that makes sense. The Danster. Uh, but yeah. Oh, shot from the top of the circle, and is that off of not Connor Brown? Some of these fourth liners for the Oilers, I forget what who they are. Um, having a Gray Duck seltzer. Chad Greenway. Well, I remember Duck Duck Gray Duck. Yeah, Trevor, what's going on, man? Gretzky was at the Braves game last night. Well, well, that's because the TNT studio is in Atlanta because it's owned by Turner Media. I think that's what it is. If the Sharks brought in Stevenson, oh, I'd love that. They have the cap space for him, and I mean, he's still got a few really good years for him. By the way, Gretzky, I know that he has a house out here where like near where I live, probably about half an hour away. But he actually runs 3 weeks of hockey camps at our rink here in Coeur d'Alene. So might have to find a way to volunteer during the camp and get to meet good old Wayne, Uncle Wayne. All right, here comes Hintz. Drop pass, Robertson, and Hintz was actually upended there. No call. Behind the net, Stankoven, and good defense there from Kulak to just wrap him up. Started a liquor brand called Grey Duck. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, Chandler Stevenson would be a nice pickup. The Sharks need like one or two guys kind of like that, just to help with like mentoring. Oh, and in the front's Ben, and good defense there from Kane to keep that away from the pad of Skinner. And here is Kane skating it out. He'll dump it down and get a change. What breed is Cortana? As Lindell feeds it ahead. Oh, Pavelski, shake and bake, he shoots, and it goes a little bit wide. Damn it. Oh, Pavs, buddy. We need more from you, bud. And Marchman's going to chip this in. Trevor Cortana, I don't know her full makeup, but I tell people she's a Coonhound McNabb Shepherd. She also has a bit of German Shepherd. But other than that, I don't know. The Knights are looking to sign Marcia. So I just saw that today too. Yeah. And I didn't know that they were looking for Stevenson. But yeah, it's kind of surprising that the Carrier is not going to be brought back. I don't know, just considering that he's been there the whole time, and he came over when he was, I think, only 21 or 22, so he still has some hockey left in him for sure. But yeah, no Mantha, no Amadio was kind of another surprise. Nice, oh man, what a tie up from Lindell on Derek Ryan there. Otherwise, that would have been a goal. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that Amadio wasn't kept around. Maybe he'll get a pay bump somewhere else. Cotter can fill his role though. Oh yeah, I don't know how he was this year, but Cotter, I remember like in the cup year, he had like 13, 14, 15 goals, something like that, when he was like playing fourth line minutes and didn't even play the whole season. So yeah, you would have to think that he would get an opportunity. All right, we're going to get a call to the Stars here. Suter is going to be called for a cross check, I think. Yeah, or roughing. It was a cross check. So a power play for the ever so deadly Edmonton Oilers coming up. Philip, what's going on? About Taves returning to hockey? I haven't heard a thing, honestly. Speaking of players who haven't officially retired, that haven't been on the ice in a long time, I know that Carey Price just received an honorary doctorate degree, so congratulations to him. Great guy, Carey Price. Nothing new on Taves returning. Yeah, I haven't heard anything. All right, here are the Oilers on the man advantage. At the point, Bouchard handing it back to McDavid, a shot, and just wide. Actually, that was Nugent Hopkins. Bouchard, once again, Cycling it over to Draisaitl down low. McDavid feeding the point, a one-timer and a pad save, and it's in. Nugent Hopkins. And didn't I say that he was going to have the first goal? I might have said that he was going to score the first goal. Somebody did. All right, Cortana gets a goal treat. There you go. Good girl. Yeah, I think I did, Alex. Big Al. So back onto the ice will skate Suitor. Reap what you sow, bud. Yeah, I saw Nugent Hopkins interviewed today, so I just decided to pick him. PWHL Minnesota got the chip. Yep. Women's teams in Minnesota are very successful, as we found out. Not so much though for the men's teams. 1 out of 7 points. All right. Oh, Robertson. That's a good chance, but I don't know if that went off the defender. But yeah, lucky bounce, right? But you got to be in position for those lucky bounces. Otherwise, they're not going to be lucky bounces. All right. Did I just make it like a Yogi Berra? I might have. Down to 5:10 left in the first period. The power play goal from Ryan Nugent Hopkins. Now Ben gets stripped at the top of the zone. And this will scoot behind Skinner. You can't even see Cortana. What a goof. Here, what I'll do is I'll reposition the camera here. Yeah, here it is. What's up, Patrick? Hopefully Dallas can win. You've watched 3 of your favorite teams get bounced in the conference final. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't often get to see a team win the Stanley Cup that I genuinely like, going into the playoffs. Heiskanen dumps it in. And with time, Bouchard, a stretch pass. Nice. And here's Draisaitl, a back pass to the point, kept in. No, it's ruled offside. And we'll hit one more commercial break with 3:53 left. Yes. The Oilers advantageous with their first power play. I got to see Tampa go back to back during college days. You were going for them back then? NBA finals don't start for another week. That is a long layoff. Wait, we did see the Stanley Cup schedule get announced though, right? The Stanley Cup could last all the way until June 24th. I did not expect that. Stanley Cup final schedule. I know I saw it somewhere. All I know is that my cousin is getting married during Game 4. The good thing is that the ceremony should be over right about the time of puck drop. But then again, there will probably be photos. I have to take photos. I'm happy for my cousin, but it's like, damn it. I got to at least check the scores on my phone. All right, so Game 1 is next Saturday, June 8th. The Lightning were what you were hoping the 2010s Canucks were. Yeah, I mean, one of the best teams that we didn't see win a Stanley Cup. What's up, Nick? How you doing, man? You getting excited for the draft? Oh yeah, you're actually going to that, right? we go 7 games, you would have the finals and draft within 4 days of each other. All right, let's get back to it. Whoa. All right. Skating this out as Marchman. You got to do EPS. Oh, really? How long did you have to wait for that? They're in high demand. All right. Oilers skating back the other way. Shots favor Edmonton 7-3. Core CT. How you doing, man? Oh, Heiskanen. Oh, and Edmonton defense looking pretty strong so far. Really, they're tying up Dallas pretty effectively. Oh, Hyman backhander and off the stick of looked like is that Tanev there or Lindell, and now Hintz trying to have McDavid, and from his own corner, he'll help initiate the clear. Sagan chipping this down. How long do the Canes have? Yeah, that's it's hard to assess that right now because they have so many guys in free agency. They're gonna have some salary cap, which is good, but it's all about who can they get to stick around. What are their priorities? All the talk right now is about trading Natchez, which I can kind of understand. If they want to keep Gensel, they're gonna probably have to do that. Yeah, and they're looking to sign Jake Gensel. You want to see the Celtics win? They just have to play like they want it. I normally don't root for Dallas teams, but oh, too many men on the ice. So the Stars will get a power play and a chance to draw even with 2:12 left here in the first period. Where would Natchez go? Yeah, let's see. Who needs scoring on their second line? Boston needs more forwards, sure, but they need to work more with getting a top end center. Where would Natchez go? I can't even. You can't even see Cortana. No shorties this time. Yeah, we got a shorty last night, right? Kreider scoring shorthanded. Sharks have the cap space. Yeah, but the thing is that like they don't they don't need Natchez, right? Like not right now because I don't want them trading away any draft picks. The Sharks should be acquiring draft picks. The game winner was shorthanded too last night. I was shorthanded. I didn't watch last night's game, unfortunately. I saw the first period, but then I had a commitment. All right. Here is Hintz into the Edmonton zone. Handing it off to Heiskanen. Over to Ben at the dot. A shove there from Nugent Hopkins, and now feeding it to the other circle, a shot, and that goes just a little bit wide. And now cleared down, and McLeod almost able to spring Nugent Hopkins there. Was it Ryan McDonough was traded back? Yeah, that's going to be interesting seeing him back there. I also really like that deal for Nashville. Honestly, they got a second round pick because of it. Stankoven a shot, and that went just wide of Skinner's blocker. Now to wait for the other big Lightning news. I don't know. Do you think that they would maybe sign one of the guys from Carolina, like Pesci or Shea? Honestly, Pesci would be a good pickup for them. Here's a shot from the dot. Oh my God, Stankovic didn't shoot that. He tried to pass it into the crease. What's he doing? A shot. Stankovic off the rebound, and he did the same thing again. Shoot the puck, Logan. My goodness. You got the talent, bud. I've seen it. All right, 5 seconds left on the power play. At the dot, Duchesne feeding it down low, and sticks are in the passing lanes. Back to even strength. Stankoven feeding the point. Harley shoots off the end boards, and Oilers able to the puck literally dancing on the blue line there, and we get to the first intermission. Ah, Stankoven, dude, your team doesn't have shots on goal, right? You gotta put that puck on net. So the score 1-0. The goal scored by Ryan Nugent Hopkins on the power play. Pesci would be great for Tampa, but you only have about 5 million cap space. Yeah, it is tight over there. You need to like make a trade. You got to unload somebody. Hi, girl. How you doing? How long does Minnesota have with their salary cap issue? Oh, thank you, Mr. Ben. I'll answer that to Philip. Here we go. Let's give Cortana a treat here. Here, we'll move the camera up close, okay? There we go. Yeah, I think what I need to do is I need to move her bed, like put her other bed in here during game streams, even though this one's a lot more comfortable for her. Here, you know what we're gonna try to do? We're gonna try to swivel Cortana. But yeah, Minnesota, they will the Suter and Parisi buyouts expire after next year, so they only have one more bad year left. And you know what? The Central, I think Minnesota could still be a top three team in that division next year. I think. Yeah. And Pesci wants a payday. Yeah, I don't think he's going to get like an 8-year deal or a 7-year deal somewhere, but I think that there will be a team that's willing to pony up a decent amount for him. All right, let's get Cortana back into view here. Poor girl, can't even see her. All right, a bunch of Stars fans in the house tonight. Yeah, we do. A lot of people here are cheering for Dallas. We have a couple. I know that Himraj here is going for Edmonton. What do you think, man? Have the Oilers is all the momentum on their side? All right, here we go. Let's see if we can get Cortana in view here. All right. Yeah, you can, you're good. You're good. You're good, girl. All right, here, Cortana. I try. Minnesota has a decent score with Kirill the Thrill. Yeah, Boldy, right? He'll be a perennial 30-goal scorer. Marco Rossi had a pretty good full season there. Oh, hey, what's up, Bon? How you doing? The name's Bon. Uh, Here, why don't you come over here? Here, go lie down. There we go. That's how it's done. Much better, right, guys? But yeah, Minnesota. They also have Jesper Wallstedt, who I see in goal. I don't know though, because they got Fleury one more year, so Wallstedt might not be a mainstay in the lineup just yet, unless they plan to do something about Gustafsson. I don't know if Jake has any thoughts around that. The Jakester. Oh, did I put that it's first? Okay, yeah, we have it as first intermission. Oh boy, and then we have who's the biggest free agent going into the offseason? Stamkos is probably the biggest name, right? So will Stamkos entertain offers from other teams, and will he do that to just stay with the Lightning but get a maximum annual salary? And then you have Sam Reinhart. That would be a really interesting one to see as well because Reinhart's what 28. So for him to sign like a 7-year deal, that could very well happen, but it's not like he's 25 or 26, right? So is he going to be a 50 goal scorer for much longer? Yeah, he's 28. Breezeball is trying his hardest to keep Stamkos. Right. I don't know though. If you want to get a defenseman, right? I think that fills a bigger need for them. But then again, you're talking about your captain here, and yeah, I think that we have no breaks, right? We have tomorrow's game six, and then game six in this series will be on Sunday. Eight Eastern for both games, by the way. So I like seeing the consistency there. I mean, but it's crazy that these teams have had to like Dallas and Edmonton. That's got to be what, like a 4 hour flight, right? For them to do that, just with not even 48 hours before the next game, it's pretty crazy. I'd like Stammer in San Jose. Yeah, I mean, I think I can only dream on that one because Stamkos is probably looking for, like I think about when Ovechkin signed his last contract, it was like I think 9.5 million for 5 years. I think Stamkos is probably going to look for something like that. I would not be entirely surprised, Dean. But then again, it's like, okay, you might have to say goodbye to Chandler Stevenson if that's the case. But I've been saying that actually for a couple of months. Or I said that Stamkos was going to get traded, or Breezeball knew what was good for him. He would trade Stamkos. I honestly would not be surprised. Um, I wonder if he has any like friends, teammates from. I can't really think of any Bolts who now play for the Knights. But hey, no income tax. There's your incentive, right? Yeah, I honestly could see it. Hmm. Marchessault was a lightning draft pick. Yeah, and I think his first, yeah, he played what for like the Blue Jackets, and he played for the Rangers at one point. I didn't even know that, man. Then again, that was before I had my channel. Say goodbye to really, you think that that would be the price of Stamkos there? What's the intermission entertainment? Cortana. Here, burp the alphabet. No? You're not gonna do that? Uh, there you go. There you go, girl. Don't forget, guys, the salary cap goes up. Um, I think I think it goes up what about 3.5 million next year or something like that. If anybody's following baseball, let's take a look here. The Guardians, by the way, the Cleveland Guardians are 37-19. They actually have a guy on their team right now who's from this area here. I did not think they'd be that good. When is the draft? The draft is on June 28th and 29th. And we'll be live for round one of the draft. Of course, we have to be, right? Macklin Celebrini, first overall, and then the Sharks also have 14th overall. So it's going to be a big day for them. John Cooper's, yeah, I noticed that too. Yeah, after a TikTok break, I'm glad that you're back in one piece. But yeah, I am looking forward to draft day, and then don't forget after that, right? Just a couple days later, it's July 1st, and that's the start of free agency. Christine, how you doing? Well, you gotta like the way that, you know what? The Oilers' defense looked really good. Down low, man. They're not giving the Stars anything. They're just getting it all in front of their shots. Uh, Hollywood Brown. Wait, is that a nickname? That's how out of touch I am with a lot of other sports. Um, Not Antonio Brown. There is. Marcus Brown played with the Ravens and last year with the Cardinals. Oh, okay. Yeah, Stars got some work to do, man. It just, I know I said it at the end of the period, but it was a little bit upsetting to see. Like, I know Stankoven's just a kid, but I can't excuse. I can't use that as an excuse as to why he's not shooting the puck. Looking too much for the pretty setup in front. So they can't afford to pass up opportunities because they're not getting enough opportunities to test Stuart Skinner. Stars are going to win. Well, yeah, I mean, hell, the Panthers were down nothing last. No wait, yeah, they were down nothing last night. In what has been a super tight game, right, or tight series. And I mean, that's exactly what I said. I said basically with the Panthers and the Rangers. I said in my preview, I said, "Okay, just straight up flip a coin. I'm gonna go with the Panthers. It could it's gonna be 7 either way." And I think that's basically well, I don't know, the Panthers could finish, but there's something I don't know, guys. Let me know your thoughts on this, but there's something about when you win game 5 in in a tight series like that, when you win game 5 and have a chance to close it out in game 6, I noticed that the team that's at home and has a chance to close it out, like, they'll often lay an egg. And, I don't wanna see that happen to the Panthers because, then they gotta go back to Madison Square Garden and win a 3rd road game there. Florida's on their revenge tour, and largely, they've played their brand of hockey to a T. I don't really care about who comes, out from the West. Oh, yeah, that's true. That's kinda funny that you're rooting for the team that was your last opponent last season. It's gonna go 7, yeah. I'd like to see the Panthers win it tomorrow though, because as you might have seen in Jaws's recap, tomorrow is Fluffy's birthday, and so what better way to celebrate than with a Cat's victory? Christopher, how you doing? Christopher, wow. Curtis, what's going on? Thanks for jumping in here. And hey, Oilers look real sharp so far, and it's not just 97 and 29. Eng, how you doing? Thanks for saying hello here, and happy weekend to you. The whole marketing for Panthers merch is the redemption tour. Oh, really? Like that's what the organization's been doing Whoop. For the Hurricanes. It was Cry in Butte. Oh, good. Uh, just Mrs. Twister got to just. She's on the road right now. I mean, she's not driving, but probably good to check in with her. Oh, you're not trolling whatsoever, Curtis. Come join us. Um, Currently streaming. Hope the road has been clear for you so far. Um, just hockey and basketball from here on. Well, good. You finished up the school year. Oh man, I miss having actual summers. Can Florida play Game 6 at their second home rink at TD Bank? But yeah, I think for the mentality. I don't know what Paul Maurice is going to tell them because I don't. At this point I never know what to expect to come out of Paul Maurice's mouth. But if I'm in a leadership or if I'm in a vocal role for the Panthers, I'm looking at that locker room and saying right now, one, we got to play like we're the ones who have our backs against the wall, right? And really that's what it is. You want to feed off of the energy at home, right? So I would say, guys, this is we have to do this. The other thing is that you have to really drill into this more than ever that you can't just win by scoring one more goal than the other team. You have to account for any sorts of weird crap happening. So it's like we play to win, we play to win by two. Because look, they were going to win by two, and then they conceded a power play goal. Well, a goal with their net empty, or with the Rangers net emptied. So Wednesday night after the game, we get ice cream. That he probably would say that in the most deadpan way possible. His sound bites have been really funny. Like, did you hear? Did you see the interview when somebody was asking him about like, hey, did you know that you only had one giveaway? And then he just like giggled. It was pretty funny. And they were like, yeah, do you know who it was? And he's like, I don't. And he's like, it was Ekblad. And he's like, okay, what? Ekblad's did he say like Ekblad's out next game or something? I don't know. He's been a lot of fun to listen to. I hope I've been a lot of fun to listen to. And if so, do leave a thumbs up. So yeah, game one of the Stanley Cup is next Saturday. That's great. I have plans the night before, so I'm glad that it's not starting on a Friday. So they go Saturday, Monday, then Thursday. So then we're going to start to see a couple of gaps, right? Thursday the 13th will be game three. Saturday the 15th, or excuse me, yeah, Saturday the 15th is game four. Uh, then we go to Tuesday the 18th would be game five. So there's an extra travel day there. Same thing with game six, Friday the 21st. But yeah, I kind of hope that the Stanley Cup doesn't go to game seven because it's on a Monday. That's almost as lame as the national championship in football. Who's starting a new job Monday? All right. Well, congratulations. Bench Ekblad. Yeah, I know that the fans haven't been particularly happy. Paul Maurice is a hoot. Probably the best coaches to listen to are John Cooper, Paul Maurice, Bruce Cassidy. You got to don't forget. You got to throw Tortorella in there too. But yeah, the NHL needs more quirky coaches like that. Uh, yeah, towards. All right, who is the best ranting coach of all time besides Bob Knight? Rest in peace, the late Bob Knight. Oh boy, we're gonna get underway. Oh boy, jeepers! Mike Leach's press conferences. Hmm. I don't think I'm familiar with that. I don't think I am. Jim Mora playoffs. Yeah, he had I remember one when he was also coach of the Saints. That was pretty funny. All right, here we go. Start of period number two. And Dallas, they got to pump some more rubber to the net if Edmonton will let them. That is. All right, here we go. Dennis Green, yeah. We let him off the hook. If you want to crown them, then crown their asses. Brandon Moore, yeah, just because he's so intense. I love his locker room speeches after a win. All right, here come the Oilers with some speed. A shot and blocked by Lindell off McDavid. Herm Edwards, yeah. I grew up a town away from Herm Edwards, actually. Hello, you play to win the game. All right. Star's going to dump this down, but it's going to go for icing. All right. I have to go with Mike Keenan. Yeah, Mike Keenan, man. So wait, did he win just one Stanley Cup, or did he win two? I think I asked this on a previous stream. Didn't he win one with Calgary and then one with oh, just with the Rangers, I think. He coached 3 teams to get to the final. Yeah, he also took Chicago there. One and oh, as a KHL coach, I didn't know that. Matt Mike, yeah, that's a good name for him. Just that one in '94. And don't forget that team won the President's Trophy. All right, come here, boo boo. Whoop. Good job. What's going on here? Are they? Oh, Heiskanen, is he going to get a penalty for delay of game? The officials are congregating. Oh, it's actually not a reviewable play, but that's going to change next year. I didn't know that. Huh. And go to center ice for the call. Yep. Dallas bench minor, not bench. Heiskanen goes to the box. So the Oilers, they cashed in on their first man advantage. And we'll see what they can do here. Oh boy. Into the box goes Heiskanen. Jim Schoenfield. Oh, I'm thinking of the writer. Was that Dave Schoenfield? I don't know. All right. Lindell sends it around the net and all the way down to Skinner. Dallas Stars players in a walking boot? Well, Chris Tanev was yesterday, but he's out on the ice. Oh, and a shot and a score. It's Nugent Hopkins again. Oh my God. 2-0 Oilers, just like that. And that's going to take a lot of air out of the building. As the Oilers are now 2 for 2 on the power play. How about that? John, what's going on? Thank you. A treat for Cortana. You got it. Here, let's get it up close and personal. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Here you go, Cortana. From John. Whoop. That's a good girl. Hat trick watch for Nugent Hopkins. Okay, well, shoot, I might have to give away a sticker or two. Ooh, big hit there at the bench. And yeah, critical of Nugent Hopkins not living up to the first overall standards, but he's shown up. Last 2 seasons, right? Especially, he had over 100 points last year. I mean, he's a really good player. I think his defensive game is very strong, actually. 5 for Edmonton and 2 for Dallas. You're saying that's going to be the same score tonight? Nothing there. Yeah, it is pretty quiet. And this is going to be chipped in by the Oilers. Harley, the first one there, and nice pinch down from Kane. Sure, Kane knows how to pinch one off. All right, they were able to get it clear. Duchesne looking for the trailer. Tanev, and off the skate in front by Kulak. Ooh, nice little move there from Nurse to evade the hit from Marchment. Down low in the crease and collected by Nurse. Kane's going to flip this into the zone. Holloway. Really liked his second round in particular. And from center ice, chipped by Marchment. Any Red Wings fans here? Oh yeah, we have it. I know we have at least one. The away fan is a Red Wings fan, or at least has a Red Wings picture. All right, Draisaitl. A shot from Broberg into the skates of Marchment. But yeah, if anybody's been to the Little Caesars Arena, Brendan here is looking for recommendations. A shot off the turnover. and that goes all the way around. Stays alive in the zone though. The Winter Classic logo. I mean, it's not blowing my hair back, but I like it. It's very, very, very approachable. Very clean, as they like to say. A shot from the point, looking for a tip play in front with Perry, and now chipped out of the zone. And taking this is Dodonov. First time I've called his name all night. But yeah, overall, it's a good looking logo. All right. Connor Brown a shot. And getting a piece of that was Ottinger with his blocker. Through the neutral zone come the Stars. Heiskanen, who took that last penalty, and Dodonov able to get that on net, but easy save there by Skinner. When do we find out what Utah will be named? So I know that they weren't supposed to actually have their new uniforms like as their branded team until the 25-26 season. However, recently, I think that it was Pat McAfee's podcast. They were talking to the owner or the co-owner Ryan Smith, and he said that they've narrowed it down to 4 names, and that Yeti and Mammoth were 2 of the finalists. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's what I heard too, Dean. So yeah, Yeti and Mammoth are there, and yeah, I wonder how Stan Kroenke's going to feel about that. The owner of the Avalanche, and also the Colorado Mammoth lacrosse team. All right, this is behind the Dallas net. We gave it in the corner, and good defense there from Tanev and Sagan. But now off a turnover in the neutral zone, McDavid 2-on-1. He comes in, he shoots. Pad save by Ottinger. Utah Donners. Does that have something to do with the Donner Party? In California, we have Donner Pass. A shot from Hyman off the stick of Harley, and that's going to deflect into the netting. Just, wondering what the other 2 names are. I have no idea. I don't know. Maybe, not sure. That's Jeffrey, Dahmer? Slightly different spelling. Jeffrey, yeah. Vincent LeCavalier for Tampa. He was a better player than St. Louis. St. Louis won a Hart Trophy, right? I think he did. But I wasn't watching hockey too extensively back then. Oh my God, they score off the faceoff. Philip Broberg makes it 3-0. Unbelievable. Well, we'll hook up Cortana with another treat. Go, sweetie. Come over here. Good girl. So Broberg slapped that one-timer and went off of the shin of Duchesne. And yeah, Ottinger couldn't see it. Wow. Yeah, Ottinger could not see that. Because I saw his eyes like looking at the shooter, not knowing where the puck was, though. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, man. Yeah. Absolute missile. You've been to a few arenas, but you've never been to Detroit. I've never been there either. I've never been to Michigan. Oilers on a mission tonight. Yeah, I mean, and look at what they've done defensively, just tying Dallas up. They've done a really good job of that. Unreal, man. 3-0. I did not see that coming. I said it would be a 3-2 Dallas in overtime. Still plenty of hockey left, but the Stars need to. I don't even know how to tell to get them to wake up here. Played at the Joe in Detroit. Wow. Was that just like a tournament or something? If the Oilers win this game, bet everything you have on Dallas to win the series. Well, because yeah, then their chances are going to go down by a lot. So I would assume the payout would be better that way. I don't bet myself, but it's not a bad idea, honestly. Oh, you played youth hockey over there. That's that's something that yeah, you don't. I mean, it's probably a pretty cool moment when you're experiencing it, but depending on how old you are, you might not even like really understand that you're skating. You know, the same. I well, then again, back then probably I think that probably Iserman was still playing then, right? Michigan is a gem of the state for about 3 months of the year. By the way, actually, speaking of Michigan and hockey, does anybody here follow old time hockey on Instagram or TikTok? Well, he just put out a cookbook, and I got a copy of it, and it's a beautiful beauty of a book. I can show you guys at intermission if you are so keen to see what that looks like. Oh, you were very aware. Okay, yeah, it's a bit different than being like, because sometimes they get like 6 year olds out there at intermission. All right, here's Harley. He gets it clear. Oh wow, the Oilers have scored the last 8 goals, but the Stars scored 7 of the 8 before then. Let's go Oilers, please. I'm not surprised to hear that. So tactical. Good evening to you. Shots now favor the Oilers 12-5. We're almost halfway through this game, and the Stars are stuck with 5 shots on goal. Cortana's like, yeah, Dallas hasn't scored yet. Dad, can you give me a treat? Okay, ready? Whoop. There. Oh, look at that. With the new bed, she was perfectly like the center of gravity was advantageous for her. All right. Looks like Dallas is offside. How good is Evan Bouchard? Is he a top tier defenseman or just a guy? Well, defensively, he does have his lapses, but offensively, he more than makes up for it. He's a terrific weapon offensively. We go to a commercial break, by the way. By the way, where is that profile pic of yours? Is that like the Oregon coast or the California coast, or is that like a totally different country? Yeah, Bouchard is a real talent when running a power play, especially. He's got a big shot. It's Big Sur. I knew it looked familiar. I grew up just a little bit outside of there, actually. It's a hell of a place, man. So yes, we were just at a commercial break. Incredible place. Yeah, it's been forever since I've been over there, but I certainly I don't know when I'll be back in that area next. Sometime before the end of the year, but yeah, I gotta see if I can borrow a family member's car so I can go drive down there. It's only about 45 minutes away from my house. How was the day? It was fine. Nothing special, but nothing that made me pull my hair out. You got your tank? Oh, nice, dude. Cool. Did you get that in Panthers colors or? Yeah, yeah, I saw that too. Pinholes Graham put that out. Um, and I know he did a really good job on his because he did one on Quebec and the Nordiques and Canadiens. I had made a video as well, but he did a really good job on his, and so I'd be curious to see his. It's a really a deep dive on the 93-94 Sharks who started the season after. This is like when they're in their third year as a franchise, and they were just god awful, and they somehow made the playoffs. It was easier to make the playoffs back then, but for the Sharks to do it, nobody was expecting anything close to that. And then they won a playoff series, and they almost went to the conference final. They were a crossbar away, honestly. Uh, Unfortunate. Well, yeah, that's where I grew up. Yeah, yeah, we were in a fantastic place to call home, man. I got the twisted wrister with the California State outline. Oh, really? So, okay. That's right. I forgot that I still had that in the news store. I still have yeah. He does fantastic breakdowns. Yeah, young talent too, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, you live in Chicago. Actually, it's funny. I lived there for only 5 months, just after college. The twisted wrist or snapback. Yeah, I mean, I figure that if I'm wearing a team on my body like this, then I should wear, you know, I should have my mascot here front and center. Yeah, Johan Garpenlon, which would have won the series against the Maple Leafs in 6 games. I don't know if they would have beaten Vancouver, but they would have had a chance. I think Kirk McLean was he was a tough goaltender that playoff run. All right, down to about 11-10 here in the second period. Favorite NHL team is the Sharks because I grew up an hour south of San Jose, basically. Yeah. All right, here's Stankoven. Chips it in, trying to get around Broberg. Nice play. What a good play on the back check there. Looked like that was Kane. Now the Stars have to get a change up here. Yep, I'm a Sharks fan. So for all good things related to this year's NHL draft, come hang out with us on our live stream on draft day. We'll be live for the whole first round because my Sharks have, of course, the first overall, and then they pick 14th. So it's gonna be a big day for us. Oh, here's McDavid, and off the side of the net, Harley gives him a shove. He hands it off to Nugent Hopkins, who has 2 of the 3 goals. Grew up watching Owen Nolan in the game. Yeah, that's exactly right, man. I didn't like. I didn't really get into them until basically the Sharks traded for Thornton. That's the season I really got into them. But yeah, Owen Nolan, Jeff Friesen, um, Vincent Dompoos, and then Yevgeny Nabokov. Those were the household names, or for me at least. And Vincent Dompoos, low key, I don't think he gets talked about enough. He had a really good career. Was he on the '93 team for Montreal? I think he was. Yeah, yeah, he was. And then he played the final several seasons of his career, 1,378 games. The career of Vincent Dompoos, as we've now eclipsed the halfway mark of this game. Go to a commercial break. Stars still searching for shots, really. But yeah, Vincent Dompoos, 1,378 games. Nearly all spent with the Canadiens, Sharks, and Maple Leafs. He also played a season in Edmonton. Which year was he in? 192. But yeah, man, he was a really good player. Jeff Friesen, number 39. That's right. Yeah, before Logan Couture. Uh, Leave Eiserman and the Red Wings a good pick at 15. Yeah, if you don't need a defenseman, then we can help you by picking one. I remember Jeff Friesen's number. Yeah, Friesen. Then he went on to win, I think, what, two Stanley Cups with the Devils. He also played for the no, 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 wait. He played for the Mighty Ducks as well. Was that against the Devils? So Friesen won one cup, and that was in '03 against the Mighty Ducks. Okay, that's crazy. And he lasted 893 career games, including 512 in San Jose. I remember that, like, as a kid, they're like, "Oh, number 39, Jeff Friesen," and I'm like, "The Sharks have a guy whose last name is Friesen?" It sounded like, it was almost like you were watching a cartoon in that sense. Uh, why is Dallas now in danger of losing this series? Because, well, especially tonight, they can't get any shots on goal. Me metal, Mike. Babcock. Yeah, Babcock was the coach of the Mighty Ducks back in '03, and he won a Memorial Cup. Or no, 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 wait, no, wait. He wasn't the coach of the Chiefs during their Memorial Cup, right? In '91. Shoot, I don't think he was. I think he came after that. Sorry, I actually have to check this now. Yeah, yeah, he was after that. Rangers falter in the Eastern Conference Final, 0-7 in their last Game Fives in the Eastern Conference Final. And does that go back to '94 as well? And again, they were playing Martin Brodeur and the Devils, who won the cup the next year. Members live stream would do a mock draft for the first round. Yeah, you'd be willing to do that. I'm not the best source of information myself. Or at least I don't have enough knowledge on it. But man, I wouldn't object to that. I might do an all channel one actually, because I think if random hair that flew into my mouth, um, we should do a mock draft live if we can get the turnout. Because like when I do draft stuff, people show up. Maybe so. I need to study a little bit before we do that, but I'd be happy to do it. Yeah, so we got yet another Oilers power play. They're 2 for 2. Three treats for Cortana. Yeah, she's had 3 goal treats. I want her to have more, but I'd like for her to have at least a couple from the other team. Lautaro, what's going on, man? Buenas noches. Riley, hey, thanks for jumping in, man. All right. McDavid at the circle. Bouchard. And that skips over the stick of Bouchard. He'll have to chase this down with the first 40 seconds killed off. And now a chance down low, maybe? No, good play from Lindell. And this will be cleared all the way down for Skinner to touch up. Panthers and Oilers Cup, it's looking like. Oilers are going to have a chance to potentially close it out at home. I did not see that coming. All right, here's McDavid. Ooh, good idea to send that cross ice to Draisaitl, but that hot dog had too much mustard on it. Here he comes into the zone again, though, feeding it back to Hyman. Gets around Harley, comes in, and Ottinger able to stand him up. And we'll get a whistle here with 34 seconds left. Toto bien. Oh, that's good to hear. Oops, sorry. Cortana has a new bed for anybody who doesn't know. It's a very poofy bed, so I had to elevate our Cortana camera by about 8 inches. All right, chipped out of the zone. You saw Celebrini when he was with the USHL Chicago Steel. They're getting the next guy in the Trottier Iserman Sakic Taves lineage. I've heard awesome things about Celebrini from other accounts, especially Draymond Green actually had a nice glowing testimonial. You get to go to a River Cats game. Oh, cool, man. You know, we have a minor league baseball team out here as well. I haven't seen them just yet, but I'd like to go check them out at some point. But yeah, shots. By the way, the Stars are stuck on just 6 shots, guys. Edmonton only has 15. I mean, that's not bad, but it's not like a ton. And we're back to even strength, by the way. PWHL is looking for expansion cities. Actually, you know what? I don't expect this, but Spokane would be a great place for the PWHL. It really would be. People love hockey out here. And we have the Chiefs, which is great. But we could go for another team. Atlanta, Philadelphia, and Kansas City. Yeah. Celebrini will be better than Thornton. Whoa. That's a heavy statement. But he's like, you know, the prognosticators out there are projecting he's going to be like a star. Yeah, Jake, all it takes is a 5-minute major, man. A shot and didn't get anywhere near on net, honestly. Sagan trying to get something going for Dallas. And now Holloway's going to chip this all the way down behind Ottinger. And a bobbling puck. The Stars able to gain the zone. Is it something to do with like the Stars? They tried to shake things like when Hintz checked back in, that kind of shook up the chemistry of things. Is that what's going on? There'll be a one center on a cup champion. I don't think Thornton ever won a cup. Correct. Yeah, Thornton never won a Stanley Cup. You just went to the final one time. Chiefs top draft pick Berkeley Catton. Yeah, I I don't see him quite making the top 10. I hope he does. I really want Seattle to draft him, or they'll draft TJ Ginla. If Marchessault doesn't re-sign with Vegas, where would I want him to, or where do I see him going? Who needs a veteran winger? Well, he's from Quebec. Do you think Montreal would take a flyer on him? Here comes McDavid in transition. Oh, he passes up on a shot opportunity. Montreal's got to have some cap space. Marchment, and he can't get through the matrix of Edmonton defenders. Draisaitl the other way as things kind of have opened up. We're down to 4:20 in the second period. Marchessault could also be. I think of who else would be in need of his services most. They would be willing to spend the money. As a shot from Heiskanen goes a little bit wide of the crease. Delandria. Boy, there's somebody I haven't seen in forever. I like Delandria too. Projected to go to the Devils. Marchessault, really. That's interesting. All right, Carolina, even Seattle. Seattle's an interesting team because they're made up of a lot of veterans. Oh boy, that's a kind of a nasty hit from Nurse there. I wonder if that's going to be well, it can't be reviewed, but I think it was just kind of an awkward collision. Flyers are listed for either Iserman or Iginla. You told me the Oilers were scary and I laughed. Well, how long ago was that? Iserman or Ginla? I mean, shoot, dude. Iserman, last time I checked, he's going to go like outside the top 10. Catting on the Flyers. I'm just trying to think of like what their biggest need is. I still think they need to draft like a stud young defenseman, or at least there's not anybody. I mean, if you want to count Drysdale, but I got to see him on the ice for a full 82 games. Iserman will draft Iserman just for the memes. Yeah, who knows? Maybe he could slide. Flyers getting a Ginla would be fantastic. Wait, when does Philly pick? By the way, I don't think they're gonna have a chance to get him because Ginla might be the top North American forward that's not named Macklin Celebrini, or top prospect from the WHL. That's what I'm trying to say. Marchessault to Boston. I just don't know with Boston, man. They I just don't think they have a window. Even if they get him, I don't even know if they have a window anymore. Cat, you don't see him being the best player on a cup winner, the third or fourth best forward. I've He's been really fun to watch. I've only seen him a handful of times in person. Flyers need a center. Yeah, they could use a little bit more help at center, I think. Oliver Bonk, that's right. I haven't heard his name in a long time. Favorite jersey in the Predators history. I would probably say the probably I love that checkerboard jersey that they had in the Reebok era. Now Skinner finally having to make a save there on a one-timer from Ben. Reminds me of Sam Gagne. On the subject of Flyers, I thought immediately of Simone Gagne. All right, here comes Johnston, under 3 to play. Sorry, as I need to update this banner. And some traffic in front of the net there. Stankoven trying to jam at it. He's going to draw a penalty, though. So delayed penalty. Barkey. Yeah, I can't say I'm familiar with him. Marchessault to Ottawa. Ooh, Ottawa's kind of they're just stuck in neutral, man. They can't seem to be really going anywhere. They need help in a number of ways, I think. All right, Dallas power play. Oh, and a nice play from Cece tying up Pavelski. He couldn't get a one-timer on that. Stankoven, minute 30. Looking for somebody in front, and nice block lying down there. I couldn't see who that was for Edmonton, but they're going to get the clear here. All right, charging ahead and flipping it over to Robertson. Now to the dot for Robertson. Up for Haskin and a shot. Rebound. Oh God, they couldn't jam it. They couldn't get that back on net. And down goes Hintz there. He's okay. There's no call. Haskinen, the dot, the cross ice pass into the skates of Robertson. Now Haskinen feeds Robertson. Taking down low. A chance, one timer. Skinner, big save on Johnston. Would I be shocked if Ottawa gets moved to? Ooh, I don't know, Mike. It's considering what have they made the sale official yet, or they're still looking for a new buyer out there, right? So we got to see like what the new buyer wants to do from like an arena standpoint. I don't think we can say that the Senators are lining themselves up to be relocated just yet. All right. At the point, Robertson, we're back to 5-on-5. A shot doesn't get to the net. Stars 10 shots now in the game. And Lauer. Oh, so they did actually do that, huh? They completed the sale. Chicago drafted top defenseman at 2. Yeah, they could. I'm just trying to think who their like top defenseman is in their system right now. I like Alex Vlasic, but I know they gotta have somebody else out there for them too, right? All right. Final 30 seconds of the period. Uh you know what I really like on defense for them is Jake Sanderson. Second round players that have Yeah, so we've reached second intermission. A little bit of a flurry there from the Stars, but they're still stuck on what, 10, 11 shots? And they have I don't even know if we can call it an uphill battle in the third period. Samantha, hey, good evening. Let's give Cortana a treat, huh? Yeah, I'm just rocking a Minnesota North Star shirt, an absolute classic, one of my favorite logos of all time. I think was it Lautaro who asked me earlier who has the worst jersey history? Is that what it was? Oh boy, the worst. Okay, now this not the answer that maybe you would expect. I don't think that their jerseys were ever bad per se, but no, that's not fair. That's not fair. Like I can't say Anaheim because they had, of course, the Mighty Ducks jersey, right? And sometimes they have that logo on the front of their jersey. So I can't say that it's that. I can't say it's LA. I don't like their jerseys right now, but think about what they had in the purple and gold era, and even in the Gretzky era. Those jerseys are fine. I kind of think of Tampa because their original look was pretty good. Since then, it's been pretty bland, honestly. Washington, they had the Screaming Eagle era. I like their original look, but it's been a while though that they've had kind of the Ovechkin era jerseys, and I'm not like a huge fan of those either. I don't know, guys. Do you have an opinion on this in particular? Who has the worst jersey history? I mean, the Coyotes for a while there had just those really bland looking, you know, burgundy red jerseys that they didn't have all that much character to them. We need another treat for Cortana. Victoria, hey, by the way, good to have you here. At least you can feel better than you do right now. Oh wait, here we gotta get here. Can you lie down for me, please? You've been checked out since the end of round two. What's the current series score? So both series are at 2-2 right now. No, excuse me. This one here between Stars and Oilers is 2-2. And by the way, thank you for the 5 Ben. I appreciate that, man. What was I gonna say? Yeah, and then the Panthers are up 3-2 on the Rangers. And I think every game no, game one wasn't a one goal game, but like they've basically all been one goal games, just how they've played out. Are they in Dallas tonight? Yeah, they are. Yeah. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, second intermission. What do you think is going on in the Dallas locker room right now? The Lightning need to add black and gray to their color scheme. Yeah, I think that they could definitely better differentiate themselves if they were to do something like that. Did Utah pick a team name yet? No. So they won't have the name of the team on their jerseys, and or they won't have like a logo, like an actual logo. Like how to describe this, guys? Right? They said that they'll know in a year, right? Although they said that they have narrowed it down to 4 finalists, and I know that Yeti and also the Mammoth are also one of the 4 finalists. Um, how can you vote for the finalists? I don't know. They haven't like put up a website for that just yet. When it comes to jerseys, the Panthers and Hurricanes kits. Yeah, that's fair. I used to not like the Hurricanes jerseys like when they were first in North Carolina. But then they, like, reissued that original jersey last year for the 25th anniversary, and I thought that looked really good. Tampa's black jersey with the OG logo. Yeah, I'm cool with that one. It had the shoulder yoke as well, and, of course, it had those crazy numbers to and, you know, uh, typeface, right? Greg, how you doing, man? You one of the Utah Mormons. I thought Utah Saints would have been a cool name, personally. I mean, we have it in football, we used to have it in the WHA, right? How you doing, Greg? But yeah, Samantha, I wonder what the actual jerseys will look like for their first season. They're just going to say Utah on them, so maybe don't get one of those jerseys. When's the next live stream? I don't know for sure, but we will be live during round one of the draft. But that's not until June 28th. So we'll have at least one or two live streams before. Apologies if I missed any comments there. The whole Utah first year thing is a cash grab. Well, I mean, they're only playing in an arena with 12,500 people. So, but are they going to go undergo some renovations to increase the capacity? I can't remember if that's what I had seen. Capitals, Screaming Eagle, Mighty Ducks, North Stars, Original Sharks, and the Yotes are some of your favorites. Yeah, I mean, Nordiques. You probably well, I mean, I know, of course, the original six teams all have their classic looks. But I was a huge fan of what the Blues did in 2017 for that Winter Classic, kind of making a more vintage looking version of their original jerseys. I thought that was pretty amazing. And the Penguins had some really cool looks as well throughout their history. And I mean, even what they currently wear is among my favorite looks. Uh, how's life treating me? Yeah, it's fine. I can't complain too much. I'm looking forward to ducking out for a few days for 4th of July. I do have that on my mind because it's a good opportunity to disconnect and whatnot. A Twitch stream, good old Twitchy. You can't argue that most of your jerseys are solid when your worst ones aren't that bad compared to others. And I'm sorry, this was with the Rangers or the Panthers? Rangers look. I mean, it's like that's such a great lineup if you have just the royal blue, white away jersey with the cool shoulder yoke, right? And then of course you have like the Statue of Liberty and what they did this year with the Stadium Series. That one was awesome. I really liked that one quite a bit. Will Utah win a Stanley Cup next year? No, I don't think that, but I think that Utah is going to have a chance at making the playoffs because they have a lot of offense, man. They have some great weapons on that team. PWHL, that's right. Yeah, congratulations to Minnesota's PWHL team. Uh, so yeah, it's just funny because like women's sports in Minnesota do really well. Men's professional sports, they always come up a little bit short. You are a Blues fan. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, with the Blues, I'd say that that 2017 Winter Classic, and then they brought that back as an alternate for Adidas, and they had the 22 Winter Classic. The and even though I wasn't a fan of the jerseys that they were wearing when Gretzky got traded over there, when they got reissued for Adidas, or at least the blue version with the red at the bottom, I thought that one actually turned out excellent. So I like that. I also like their jersey, back in Brett Hull's era too. I thought that was one of my favorite looks from that time. When's the third period? Probably in about I don't know what about 6 minutes or so. Blues jerseys when Wayne was on the team were great. Yeah, for some reason, I don't know what it was that maybe not like them back then, but now in Adidas. I said the same thing with the Hurricanes in their original look. Trevor, hey, what's up? Uh, has anyone ever told me my mic's sounding weird? I think maybe like two other people. Not on this stream either. Um, I don't know if there's some weird like audio dry. I don't know. But if nobody else has a problem with it, then I'm probably not going to change it. Not to say that I don't want a different microphone on here. Um, why the Wild let go of Darby Hendrickson as an assistant coach today? Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe then again, Garen let go of Evison, and it wasn't because he didn't like the guy. Barkov is being the Adam Oates to Reinhardt's Brett Hull. Yeah, Reinhardt's kind of come alive again. Adam Oates, one of the Hall of Famers out there who never won a Stanley Cup. And by the way, to Nick over here, Super Mario Harvey, you're graduating. So that's the end of. I'm sorry, is that the end of high school for you? Congratulations either way. But it's even bigger, of course, if you're moving on to the next big phase. Oates also helps Kucherov train during the offseason. Oh, really? Well, yeah. Where has he been? Where has he been as an assistant? Cool, man. Well, congrats. I hope that yeah, I hope you're excited for the next big stage here with many many decades ahead for you. Will I get a Utah jersey? Not for what they're going to wear next year. I mean, hell, I'm not. I haven't bought a jersey in forever, so yeah, I don't have any immediate plans to do that. I am excited to see eventually what they choose for their team name, though. So, shoot, guys, is Dallas going to at least get one by Skinner? Now, Skinner, even though he hasn't been tested a whole lot, he's played well. He had a huge save on that power play. Otherwise, I would have given Dallas at least a little bit of momentum. If Arizona doesn't come back, that Houston's the next market coming. That could be the case. Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of crazy that we have to that like Arizona now has to basically be on hiatus for what 5 years until they can come back into the NHL. I definitely feel for the fans though. As much of a mess as that's been with ownership. As a hockey fan, this year has been full of championships. Your school's girls team won state. Really? Wow, that's not easy over there, right? I'm sure it's pretty fierce. The Fargo Force won the USHL, and Minnesota won the PWHL. I mean, for Minnesota, right? You guys probably take a lot of pride in that. Excuse me. Yeah, thank you. Come on, get your Adams fresh fried banana. What? Thank you. It's good to have you here. That is the most unique name I've ever seen on here. The Oats remind you of the Thrashers. I think a market could work with competent ownership. Yeah, I mean that's easily the first thing that you can point the finger at. Or, yeah, and the Thrashers. I don't know though. I know that there's a group that is interested in bringing another team to Atlanta, but yeah, Houston, should they get priority over Atlanta? I would say yes. They're both huge in population, right? But you know, there's never been an NHL team in Houston, and I know that Atlanta, you know, ownership makes the biggest difference, right? But yeah, I'd like to see if it gets opened up to another American team. I'd like to see Houston. That'd be fine. Or Kansas City would I think would be a great spot too. Thank you, Samantha. I'm not a fan of all the expansion. 32 teams right though. Yeah, there's a perfectly legitimate argument from that standpoint too. Too many, and I think it takes away from the game. Uh, yeah, it's amazing when you think about it. Like just in sports, how and like early in the NHL's history, some teams didn't even last a full season. Mike, how you doing, man? Good to have you here. Have you gotten a chance to watch much of the conference final? Cortana, why were you complaining just a moment ago? Yeah, maybe that'll keep you satisfied for a whopping 30 seconds. The Scouts come back, a Missouri rivalry. Yeah, pretty rad. Whoop. All right, I think we're gonna drop the puck here for the third period. All right, not over just yet. It feels like it is. Ooh, man, laptop. I need to plug in a laptop cooler or something. You got to bounce out here. Watch the last game between the Rangers and Panthers. They owned the Rangers in the third. Only reason why it's close is because of Igor. Well, the Rangers play opportunistic hockey, right? Although their power play hasn't been quite as effective as it was starting in the playoffs. Yeah, let's see if I can get my laptop cooler. I hope it doesn't make too much noise, guys. But I'd like to cool this down a little bit if I can. Oh shoot, I can't do that this way. Not sure what to do. Yeah, I can't do that either. Never mind. All right. Oilers though, they're just holding the zone again, doing a good job of that tonight, just like they did in game four. They were incredible in that respect. These ads on the ice around the dash are so distracting. I know that they've made improvements to those over the last season, year and a half or whatever. It's not. I don't think it's as distracting, but yeah, of course. But the question is, would you rather have them on on the boards like that, or would you rather have them on the jersey? Can I get my laptop cooler working? There we go. This could work. There we go. John, what's going on, man? Thanks for saying hello here on this Friday evening. Nice North Star shirt. Thank you. Yeah, it's one of my favorites. All right, here's Nurse against Haskinen, and Hintz able to initiate the clear. Haskinen glove down, Robertson, and now Harley jumping in, and the Stars are gonna have to regroup here with Haskinen. Coming ahead here is Harley. And now Dodonov trying to extend the play here. Suter might have to jump in. Good pressure here from the Pavelski line. Oh, Dodonov on a doorstep had a chance. Couldn't quite bat it out of the air, though. I'd rather have no ads at all. Yeah, exactly, right? Think about how much tickets and merchandise and food and beer costs, right? Duchesne now trying to hand it off to Dodonov. He passed on a potential shot. Yeah, now Olchek is criticizing him for that too. As Dallas, just 11 shots on goal. 17 for Edmonton. That's not a ton either. But yeah, I think that the story tonight has been the Edmonton defense and the power play, of course. Two for three so far. Connor Brown now. He had a teammate through the crease. Sam Carrick, that's the guy. And here he is, Carrick at the goal line. Ooh, boy, he goes into the boards awkwardly after a shove from Lindell. No penalty. I didn't think that was warranting a call. It was just an awkward collision. How many people are choosing those companies because of an ad? Few at most. You're right, right. It has nothing to do, I think a lot of this. It almost makes me not want to, get to bet on sports with that ad, or you know, it works against them in that sense. Oh, Carrick had his skate blade had come off when he went to the boards like that, so that's what happened. So yeah, Carrick is tending to an equipment repair here, and with 3 minutes gone by in the third period, Stankoven trying to hold the zone. Heiskanen at the dot, and good defense there from Nurse, and here he is trying to pry this loose from Jamie Benn behind the net. Johnston trying to bank it off somebody's skate. Draisaitl able to block Johnston's shot. And Stankoven sending it down low for Ben. Johnston coming wrapping around. And a chance. Big save from Skinner getting over with the pad to rob Stankoven. That was a pretty damn good save. You got an autographed baseball and a hat? That's pretty rad. And Star is able to chip this into the zone, but it actually pops up into the glove of Skinner. We'll get a whistle here with the first 4 minutes gone by. Let's take a look at that save again. Nice lateral movement from Skinner there. He knew exactly where that puck was going. All right. Lindell. The Stars are able to chip this behind the net. Markman trying to hold the zone. Good back check from McDavid. As now the Oilers have it clear. Now Tanev. Chipped in by Sagan. Sagan out to the point. Suter couldn't quite get that through. Nice job by the Oilers to just cleanly move that puck out of the zone. A shot from Holloway and into the breadbasket. It sails toward Ottinger, and he'll cover up. You're fine, away fan. Don't worry about it, dude. Some teams have weird picks, right? Instead of Ford or Chrysler, have Priority Waste Management, a trash company. Yeah, I mean, like, what does that have to do with the people who watch the games, right? That's what's odd to me, I guess. At least the Toronto Maple Leafs at least have milk on theirs. That's a lot more relevant, isn't it? But I gotta give the Oilers credit; they don't have a jersey sponsor. All right. Can Marchment get something going? Oh, Duchesne gets denied off the backhand. Good positional save from Skinner. Glad the Lightning don't have a jersey sponsor just yet. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel too, man. It's like I'm happy the Sharks haven't done it either, but it's just a matter of time, right? That Priority Waste jersey cursed us this year. Yeah, not to mention because you had to move the captain's letter to the other side. Some teams do and others don't. If you're a lower income team, you get a jersey ad. But the big teams, what are we doing here? By 2026, everybody will have one. I wouldn't be surprised either. Yeah, what do you think? What about half the teams right now have jersey ads? Actually, the Stars don't, and the Rangers. I don't think the Rangers will though. I then again, Montreal and Toronto have them. Does Boston? I can't remember. Chicago said they wouldn't though. Like just outright, they won't. All right, we go to a commercial break. By the way, pretty sure that's the plan. Oh, really? Jeez, I'm not looking forward to that whatsoever. So we got Game 6. Gary Hockey. Yeah, Gary. Gary is getting a little long in the tooth, though, right? All right. What is your prediction for Game 6 between the Panthers and Rangers? The Panthers will be at home. Do you think they're going to close it out? I hope they do, but I said Panthers would win the series in 7, so I don't know if I want to depart from my prediction. What a call with Ryan Nugent-Hopkins as the first goal scorer. Oh, thank you. I mean, I saw him interviewed earlier today on NHL Network, so I was like, okay, let's just pick him. I do like them quite a bit, though. I forgot to smash that like. Oh, thank you, Bill. I appreciate that. Blackhawks should be lucky the White Sox exist, so they aren't in the conversation for worst team in their city. Yeah, the White Sox, man. Ever since it's basically been ever since they won the World Series in 05, they've just been completely irrelevant. Rangers will be coming back fighting. Yeah, it's hard for me not to imagine the Rangers not showing the urgency out there. As we get back to the action here, Rangers 4-2. Panthers seal the deal. Panthers close it out. I mean, yeah, it's kind of weird because it's like, do I really imagine the Panthers winning 3 games in New York? However, I'll just go back to last year, right? They won 3 games in Boston against the record-setting Bruins. A shot and a pad save from Skinner off of, was that Seguin? I think so, yeah. I won a Game 7 at Madison Square Garden. So bad that building would be electric. Well, I've been to 1 Game 7 in my life. And yeah. It can absolutely be electric. I kind of forgot what it felt like, honestly, just because of how incredible the result was. I was living in the moment, second by second. And now the Stars down to 13 minutes and 18 seconds. As we get to the middle of the period. All right, Riley. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging with us. That was hardly anything during Game 5. It was quiet. Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, sure. They get really loud when a goal scored, but yeah, it's not like one of those buildings where you have a pretty constant buzz, right? There aren't a whole lot of them out there, but then again, I've never actually been to MSG, so I'm sure that my opinion could certainly change if I actually experienced it, because TV can only give you a tease as to what it really feels like being there. All right, that was an easy save from Skinner. That Skinner just came up with Lindell, and he shoots that into the skates of Broberg, who has one of the goals tonight. Philip Broberg. Good to see him out there. He only played like a handful of games this year. I remember that guy was being talked up a pretty decent amount. Was he a first-round pick, Philip Broberg? Broberg. Yeah, he was 8th overall back in 2019. I mean, he still has time to develop, but yeah, he's not even 23. Nugent Hopkins hands it off to Brown. A shot, or excuse me, Janmark. I just saw a 3 on the jersey. Against his former team, too, or one of them. What I hate seeing is home fans leaving early when their team is about to lose. Yeah, fortunately for myself, it's rare that like I know I'm going to be sitting in traffic when I come back from a sporting event. So I kind of, like I understand, but at the same time, it's like, dude, I would rather plan, to park at, if I'm going to park at the parking lot. Oh, one timer, big save there off steal by Skinner. If your team's down big, though, okay, that's a little more understandable if it's like just embarrassingly bad. But even so, I don't know. I see enough people leaving to where I'm just like, no, I'm just gonna stay here. Somebody's got to go down with the ship. But yeah, if I'm gonna park in the parking lot, I'm going to park at the very back because then it's easier to get out. By the way, Andrew coming up with a save of his own. But yes, Skinner. What I like about his night so far is that his positioning on his saves is very good. He's very square to the shooters. You pay for those tickets, get your money's worth. Yeah, who knows? You could end up being on the scoreboard. 3 to 4 hours away from St. Louis is just simply to beat traffic. Yeah, that's a trek if you're just going for the just to that game. Because yeah, growing up, when I would go to games like 2 hours away, yeah, my dad and we would leave early, but that's because those games would get over at 10 o'clock, and we'd have to get back at midnight, and then sometimes it would be when I had school the next day. All right, in transition is McLeod. A bump pass looking to drop it off for Draisaitl. The Stars are able to strip it. And now Duchesne. Hyman off the turnover. Taking it around the net. Takes a shove from Heiskanen. Hyman just kind of calmly jamming the puck along the boards there. And now here is Harley. We'll rifle this all the way around and scooped up by Ekholm. Really easy to get out with an embarrassing 10-0 loss. Ugh. Oilers almost had a fourth there with the McDavid line. We're down to 9 minutes now. A 3-hour drive from Pittsburgh after an 11-2. Oh, was that like 4 years ago, right? No, that was COVID. Because I know that the Red Wings, 3 years ago or something? The 1920 season, I think it was, 4 years ago. They were just almost historically bad. You remember the games, not the drive home. Mostly so, yeah. All right. Yeah, old checks like Stars need to actually take some chances here. Yeah, they have 8.5 minutes to play with, but down 3 goals, they might as well just empty their net and go down swinging. Donov, and nice play there from Brown. Is the fourth line going to work for the Oilers? And Kane goes down. Nurse, I guess third line. Nurse a shot. Kane behind the net. Trying to pry this from Marchment. And off a turnover, Kane shoots, and an easy, or at least making it look easy with the glove, is Ottinger. I'm back and I'm bored. What if the Stars score 4 goals ASAP? Well, you have to take a 5-minute major penalty for that to happen. I'm sorry, though. McDavid's not having 7 points tonight. All right, commercial break. as we're down to how much time was that? It was like 8 minutes when I checked, right? We're down to let's see, yeah, 7:56. Shots are now 22-16 in favor of the Oilers. I mean, dude, what happened to the Dallas Stars? Honestly, here I was like, raving about how they can easily trot 3 lines out there that can put the puck in the net. They've got a high goaltender. Chris Tanev is a big upgrade to their defense, and man, I guess that's the best word to sum things up. Pathetic. There it is. It can still happen. McDavid just needs 6 points, just 6. Yeah. I mean, and it's not just that. It's that the Oilers have, in part, they've figured out Dallas well. They're winning these battles where they're just able to tie up Dallas when they have something going toward the front of the net. It's very impressive. Losing back-to-back conference finals is very rough. Oh boy. Can anybody else name a team that has lost back-to-back conference finals in their lifetime? All right, hints. Has to go to work against Broberg. Oh, around the net, and Steele goes hard into the boards. He's okay. Oh, wait. I remember the Bolts. I'm just thinking of Anime Nerd. I know the Bolts beat the Islanders twice, but I think one was in the conference final. The other one wasn't, right? Was that the conference final? I know 2020 was. 2021, though. Did the Lightning beat them to go to the final in 2021 when they took on the Canadiens? Both were? Oh, really? It's funny because I made a video recently touching on that, and I already forgot. And I'll give you another one, right? My Sharks in 2010, they got swept by the Blackhawks when I was living in Chicago, by the way. And then the next year they got slapped around by the Canucks in 5. At what point do the Sharks use the Jaws theme? Yeah, the Sharks use that specifically for the power play. And I think it's every time. Oh, and a shot from Duchesne that's turned aside by Skinner. Sorry for 2011. Yeah, man, that was rough. So rough. It's like, oh, we got one game off of them. I thought we were going to win game 5-2. And then the BX, or not the BX goal, the Burrows goal. God. Oh, well. At least we kind of got some revenge in the first round in 2013. Here, oops. That was like a moral victory at that point. It's juice in the second overtime. That was second overtime? You'd love to see the wings of the Shark Tank. Yeah, I hope you get a shot at some point. Because you know there are going to be a lot of Red Wings fans there. Oh, Ben. Hands it off to Johnston, and a good back check there from Henrique. From the point, Harley, they score! Tipped in by Ben, or Johnston, excuse me. Johnston can already grow a better playoff beard than I can. And it's now 3-1. Hey, well, good things happen when you establish a net front presence. How about that? Down to 5:51 left in regulation here. All right. Now, finally, we get a little Pantera. And with that, we have a game. You think so, Darkness? Here we go. No look past to Cortana. Whoop. Oh, good catch, girl. I didn't hear no bell. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was America. Um, the real actress just passed away the other day. Oh, well, I would assume that. I mean, she must have had a pretty long life then, right? Probably was at least until like her mid 70s, I would think. Just how, considering how old that film is. Didn't the Avs versus Sharks series go 7? Yeah, I know it did in 2019, and I understand that should not have been called. That goal should not have been called back. That was I could not believe like the Habs were about to take us down in that series. Like we got away with that by the skin of our teeth. A legend 70. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, a strong shift by the Oilers coming back though. They almost got one back. When Skinner is that when he lets in the first, he tends to allow multiple quickly. Well, good. Yeah, good thing he did it with 6 minutes left. Sharks had the luckiest conference final run ever to get there. They were lucky. Absolutely. I mean, they had a 2-1 lead in that series against the Blues, but I was not that big of a fan of that team, like in the sense that I don't think they were as good as their seeding would show. I'd gone to half their home games that year too. But yeah, what really got the Sharks were that like the Blues just pounded them physically. All right. Now Johnson battling against Kulak. Kane on the wall trying to either hang on to this for a little bit or bump it clear. And now from the point, Harley, he got the primary on that last one. Robertson into the slot. He's got Seguin and blocked there by Holloway. And a good strip of the puck there from Kane. The Oilers get the clear down to 3:30. Ottinger's still in the net, though. The Stars were out there for a little while. I would have thought that they would have pulled him at that point. Here they are again. A shot pad save. Skinner. And cleared. Ooh, Ottinger's still in his net. And Janmark had collided there with Lindell, or excuse me, with Stankoven. No call. I didn't think that it should have been, but dumped down behind Skinner, or where Skinner will play it from behind the net. Draisaitl able to scoot it ahead. It's a 2-on-1. Ottinger never left the net. Hyman almost had a yawning cage there. Ottinger was down and out for a moment. Was the second most the 2011 Cardinals run. Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because, of course, the Cardinals have the second most World Series ever. But, yeah, that was incredible, that team in 2011. It was down to their last strike in Game 6 on 2 different occasions, right? And were they down to their last strike in Game 7? I forget. That's funny, Bill. Tremendous. So glad they as the demons. Yeah, I was really happy for the Blues that year. Oh yeah, I predicted that they would win the Stanley Cup before the season started. So, like I was like, damn, I'm pretty good at it. And ever since it's been completely downhill for me. Who was my cup prediction this year? I don't even. Oh, I said Avalanche over Hurricanes. I, I didn't go off on a limb per se. Nugent Hopkins and saved by the pad of Ottinger down to 210. And the Oilers can't, or the Stars can't clear. Ottinger heading to the bench. Robertson and a puck out of play in the Oilers zone. That Game 7 against the Stars was the moment you knew something was different. Yeah, dude. It's knocked in by Maroon. And that, like, I love that series because it was Pat Maroon, the St. Louis native, against Ben Bishop, the St. Louis native. And Bishop played awesome in that series as well. It's a shame that Ben Bishop didn't win the Cup, though, because he also got the Lightning to the Cup in 2015. They had to play, of course, the Blackhawks. But, with a Stanley Cup, I think Ben Bishop would have had a good chance of getting into the Hall of Fame because he was a Vezina Trophy finalist, I think, 3 times. Outstanding goaltender. I mean, the Lightning have had it good with, they had him, they had Hobby Bulin, and, of course, Vasilevsky winning 2 Stanley Cups and getting them to another final. If Bishop was healthy, he was banged up going into that. Got a whistle here. Love the whistle. Empty net. Ben in the circle against Draisaitl. Controlled by the Stars. Here's Seguin. I'll just give you a treat for now, girl. Heiskanen fumbles this at the point. Good pressure there from Draisaitl. You love Bishop in Tampa. Yeah, dude. He gave him everything he could. Blues have had a good logo. Yeah, the Blues, one of the great logos in all of sports. I did my logo rankings 2 years ago. I had them number 2 in, among the 32 NHL logos. Hence, Seguin trying to move it across in a seam pass there. Working the point. Robertson's there. A shot and off a body in front, but not on goal. And now from behind the net, Seguin. The Blues logo isn't even the most iconic out of their teams. Yeah, Cardinals jersey logo is fantastic too. I mean, they're both great for different reasons, A one-timer from the top of the circle, and that's still in play. Ben down low off the post there from Robertson, side of the post. Down to 30. Get something going with Ben there, and it ramps off his stick. Oilers able to get the clear here as we get down to 20. Robertson just flipping this down to the zone. And now a chance for an empty net. And just wide of the net. I think it went off a stick. And what a game from the Oilers. And really, Stuart Skinner played a great game. And so did the defense in front of him. As they limit Dallas to just 20 shots on goal, they only had 26 of their own. But they were opportunistic, especially cashing in twice on the power play. I know some people are about to bounce. Please do leave a thumbs up before you go, though. Wow. Dallas just, they didn't show up. They got swallowed up. But they did not play with urgency. I don't know if it was that the Oilers were showing urgency, but they outclassed Dallas in every facet in this game. All right. Thanks for hanging out with me, though. And I don't know specifically when we're going to be live next, but I'm going to do something again probably soon. Not a game stream. I think I'll do something different, though. Maybe a ranking stream, or I don't know. We'll figure something out, though, because I want to get back into, I want to have another show here, another couple of shows as we get into the Stanley Cup final. But yeah, thank you. Has to get off to a quick start in Game 6, just mentally. Yeah. Imagine what that plane ride's going to be for the team. I hear what you're saying, man. Oh, man. All right. Well, cool. Thanks for hanging out with me, everybody. And thank you for those who flipped a super chat over to us. We'll be back for another one pretty soon. You have a great weekend until then. And we'll see if the Cats can close things out tomorrow, or if we're going back to Madison Square Garden for a Game 7. Have a great night, everybody.